Hi there, this is Teresa. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to take a look at your current situation. This could be love, money, career, whatever comes out. We're going to look at all signs Aries through Pisces. Keep in mind, this is general collective. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. I am using this deck. It's like kind of can be a little bit messy, so we'll see what comes out, and we'll also get some channeled messages. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. If you could please like, comment, share, and subscribe, I would appreciate it. All right, Aries, let's start with you first. What is the current situation for Aries? Those with Aries placements, what is the current situation for Aries? Okay, so it looks like you're involved in a third-party situation. You've been in this routine with this particular person for a long time. You are actually the third party. And it looks like right now, you're needing to realize you're only focusing on your short-term comfort, not your long-term comfort. So maybe you've known this person for a long time. This is somebody who you're not building anything solid with this person. This is strictly a physical connection. This person is married or in a relationship with someone else. And you have to realize that you're actually settling for less than. If you're waiting or hoping that this person is going to hold out and eventually give you a relationship that they're going to leave this other person that they're married to or they're in a relationship with, you need to realize that this is a strictly sexual connection. This is, you're making the choice and decision to be the third party. So you may find that letting go of this person has been very difficult because you maybe have feelings and emotions for this person. You feel like this person gets you. You feel comfortable around this person. But what you don't understand is this experience is not going to bring you any other type of comfort besides the sexual comfort. That if you're looking for something long-term where you're going to eventually maybe live together, get married, have children, this person that you're involved with is never going to build that life with you. They've already built it with someone else. They're literally just taking advantage of you and the situation with you. Yeah, it looks like you have a lot of fear with letting it go because there's a strong attachment. You maybe have been doing this for some of you 3 to 4 years. You've been doing this. For others of you, you've been doing it for the last 7 months. Either way, you're actually lowering your vibration because you're struggling trying to get something long-term from this person, and that's not what's happening. So your current advice would be, if you want a stable and solid connection, you want a family, you want to have a home with someone, you maybe want to have children, you want someone that you're going to wake up next to every day and doesn't have to rush and leave to go home to their spouse, you're needing to release and let go. And ask yourself, why am I continuing to hold on to the fantasy or the dream of something that's not going to be the reality? Because it looks like this person who's doing it with you, they could be giving you things, material things. Maybe they're giving you money. They're helping you out with your bills. But they are in it literally just for a strictly sexual basis. They're not willing to give you anything more. Okay. Taurus. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Taurus. What is the current situation for those with Taurus placements? What do they need to know? Okay, so you have been getting some intuitive hits from your guides recently about the tension with you and a particular person, that you're supposed to be more open and receptive to grow through this experience, but you've been very resistant. And your guides are wanting you to be fully transparent to know that you're the one who's in the wrong in the situation. The tensions are high because you have been staying stuck in a cycle of not wanting to change, not wanting to grow. You've been holding on to your stubborn ways. And it's finally time, if you want to be in alignment with this person that you're dating or getting to know, and you want to feel that they are going to support you and be your wish fulfillment, there's a negative phase that you've been in for a long time. And it's forcing your person that you're talking to or getting to know to reconsider if they really should be with you or not. So it does look like you maybe have been acting more self-focused, more selfish than you should have been when it comes to the situation. This person you're with, they've established a connection with you because they do want a family with you. They want something long-term. They see a future with you only if you're going to change. So your guides are saying it's finally time for you to see clearly that the tension in your relationship and your connection is not on your person. It's actually on you. So it looks like you are maybe putting certain boundaries in place. You get very defensive with wanting to justify why you act the way you do. It's actually an insecurity on your part. And your guides are saying, just stop trying to convince your person that it's okay for the way you're acting because you don't want to change. It's okay to finally put your ego and pride to the side and face those fears and insecurities. When you do, I think you're going to see that you and your person are going to come more in alignment, and the tension is going to completely evaporate in the situation. But you are kind of lacking that self-awareness, and your guides are saying you need to be aware that you're potentially going to lose this person if you don't make the changes. So your best piece of advice is be realistic, taking ownership of what you need to address within yourself. All right, Gemini. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, those with Gemini placement. What is the current situation for those that have Gemini in their charts? Gemini. Gemini. Okay, so it looks like this person that you're connecting with, they are giving you words of affirmation as small gestures to let you know that they're interested in you. They're trying to emotionally connect with you. And you have been completely oblivious to it. You've not really been able to trust this person, whether this is somebody from your past or it feels more like it's a new person. Either way, they've been trying to nurture this connection with you, and you have been completely ignoring everything that they have had given you, as far as maybe they say they care about you, that they want to help you, they're there for you, they're there to support you. They really have been very ambitious with these words of affirmations, and you've been completely ignoring it. It looks like if you want to consider this person for the long term, you're going to have to really realize that you have to step into accepting that the acts of kindness they've given you as gratitude. You need to be grateful for them. And you need to also consider, if words of affirmation are not your love language, maybe you should tell your person what is your love language. Is it physical touch? Is it material things? Is it gift giving? Is it quality time? What do you need from this person to feel loved? Because they've been giving you words of affirmation, but you've just been ignoring it as if it's not relevant to you. If you want this person for the long term and you want to consider them as someone you want to be with, in order to support the connection, you're going to have to be honest with this person about what is your love language. Yeah, definitely you need to make sure that you're very raw and transparent with these emotions. If you have feelings for this person, you better step up and tell them, because this person is starting to feel like you're pushing them away by not ignoring them. You're completely numb to anything that they say emotionally. They're trying to connect with you and you're not reciprocating. So if you want to be together with this person, you're going to have to step up and open up. What other advice do we have? You've been playing it safe for far too long. If you do have some insecurities, you've kind of been procrastinating, not wanting to open up, you need to address, why are you holding on to the insecurities? Is it from this person and they are an ex, or is it from a prior relationship? You got to be realistic that you're going to make this relationship fall apart because of that behavior. All right, Cancer. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Cancer, what is your current situation? Those with Cancer placement, what is your current situation, Cancer? Something is crumbling around you and the person. The walls the two of you built, this is somebody you're in a relationship with. The walls are crumbling down because your person or you has allowed a third party to disrupt this connection. Now, something has poisoned the connection at the foundational level before this third party interjected. So the third party is the aftermath of something else that has poisoned the connection between you and your person. It looks like your person feels like you're a narcissist, you're somebody who is very self-centered, very self-focused, and that you do try to manipulate them. And it's because of your communication. The way you talk at them, not to them, is making them feel like the words that you're saying, you're trying to manipulate them. Well, that created a poisonic, is that a word? Created poison in the foundation, which put cracks. And now, because the cracks in the foundation are there, your person has sought validation for somebody outside of your connection. They've stepped out of your connection to seek affection and love and compassion with somebody else because they feel like you are treating them in a very selfish way. So it looks like your person feels insecure. They feel like you don't care about them. You're very cynical of them. And this experience that they've went through with you, they're not sure if they want to keep going through it with you. So your advice is, if you want to put an end to the conflict, you want to put an end to the third party, you want to put an end to the conflict in your relationship or your marriage, depending on your commitment status, you need to realize if you have created a disharmony, a disservice by being a narcissist, by being selfish, by being only focused on your own needs and not your partner's, you're going to have to course correct that. And how are you going to do that? You're going to have to really be able to understand that you're going to have to create the opportunity to course correct it and go and have the conversation with your person, taking the accountability, being responsible with what this argument was that originally started the distrust. There's a reason why you felt you needed to be that way with your person. It kind of is like unwrapping the package backwards. We already are at the third party, so we know that that was inside the box, okay? So let's reverse it and let's not put the third party in the box. So let's figure out what was really the root cause of why you felt you needed to be that way towards this person. Was it something they said or did to you, or was it something that you conditionally thought justified in your own behavior from your past that you should do, or the way you should behave? So realize why that originally was there. Why was the poison put in the foundation of this relationship? And the ripple effect has been this third party, which can be easily removed once you have a conversation with your person, if they're willing to trust you again. So you have some work to do. It looks like your person may reject you if you do come towards them and try to fight and argue. If you try to talk at them instead of to them, it's not going to create harmony. It's going to create where they're going to completely be further and further away from you. It looks like there was an opportunity in the past before this third party that you could have addressed it. I think you knew you could have addressed it before it got to the third party, but you chose to ignore it. Maybe your ego and pride got the best of you. You didn't want to humble yourself. Well, now time's up. If you want this person back, you want the possibility and the potential to resolve it and reconnect and reconcile, you're going to have to put your ego and pride to the side. You're going to have to say, you know what? I did something wrong on how I behaved, and this is how I'm going to fix it. So that's your best piece of advice. If you want to bring back this person into your life and you want to resolve the issue and the separation and get rid of the third party and fix the relationship, you're going to have to take that ownership. Okay, Leo. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, Leo, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Leo. What is your current situation, Leo? Those with Leo in their chart, what is their current situation? I'm hearing tick-tock, tick-tock. So you could be feeling restless about a situation with you and your person. Your intuition could be telling you that your person's not being honest with you about something, that they're either, there's a possibility there's somebody else, or they're giving something to someone else. You know, it could be friends, could be family, could be work, but something with the TikToks coming out. So you could feel like maybe this is a time bomb that's waiting to go off. You could feel there's a risk factor here that if you don't speak up, that it's going to implode upon you. So let's clarify, what is this? For those with Leo placement, why is this TikTok energy relevant at this time? Give me one more. Okay, so you have a low vibration right now, Leo, that You are in a period of, you have two choices. With the lower vibration that you're in, you can either lower yourself down and completely sink and go there, or you can higher your vibration and make a change. It looks like your person has not been equally given and taken to you. And that is putting you maybe in a depressive state or a negative mindset, which is lowering your vibration. So to avoid this tower moment, you're going to have to realize it's time to say something. And instead of being silent, you're going to have to be able to make the necessary plans to create an opportunity to have a conversation with your person of how do we fix this, clearly this distance or this misconception or misunderstanding that's looming between you and this person. So there is a possibility that this person is giving more time to their work, more time to themselves, more time to their friends, more time to someone or something else. And maybe this has been developing over time. It's been a routine that's been getting more and more consistent where you haven't said anything. You have been waiting to see if it's going to restabilize back to the way it used to be, and it hasn't. Because of that, now is the time, TikTok. You have got to step in. You have got to create an opportunity and let your person know that you don't feel completely fulfilled. You feel that there's a negative blockage between the two of you, and open up and have the conversation. There's an unresolved issue looming that if you keep waiting, it's going to turn into a huge fight or disaster, and you can kind of be proactive instead of reactive. So whatever this obstacle or this blockage is, you're going to have to address it head on. What's your advice? If you feel a disconnect in this relationship, in this partnership, and what you feel the problem is, then you're going to have to be open and honest. Otherwise, the inevitable is going to happen. There's going to be a huge fight. You're going to end up breaking up or getting separated or divorced or whatever your situation is. So it looks like you can't lie to yourself anymore, that you feel there's a risk factor below the surface that maybe's been there for quite some time, and you feel unsettled because of that risk factor. Okay. Virgo, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website's TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Those with Virgo placement, what is your current situation, Virgo? You're about to get some bad news, Virgo. Some contract or commitment that you had that was supposed to bring in some money is going to fall through. So maybe you accepted a job offer. Well, it sounds like that job offer is about to be reneged. If you got into some type of commitment, it looks like it's about to be broken down. The commitment's going to be retracted. There's some type of miscommunication. So either the job offered you something and they said it was going to come with X, Y, and Z, but then you find out that really it's not, and it's bad news that you're going to have to break what you thought was going to be an opportunity for this new job and say, you know what, this is not aligning with what I need. I'm going to have to break the deal. I don't want to do this. Or if it's a relationship, you expected to build something with somebody that you thought you had a strong friendship with, there was a strong bond, that you both were supporting each other. You may feel strained because this person could be more codependent on other people being involved in the relationship, and you decide, you know what, there's too many problems here. I could just foresee it's going to be more problems. You're not willing to let these people go, so therefore I am going to part ways. So it looks like there's bad news that you are going to have to really make a decision on whether it's a job or whether it's a relationship. Something is going to be a struggle for you. But your best piece of advice is you're going to be able to persevere for this. And the reason why sometimes things break down is, it's kind of like I tell people all the time, that you try to put that circle through that square, it just doesn't fit. It's because it's not meant to be. So that job's not meant to be, that relationship's not meant to be, that place of living's not meant to be, that vehicle's not meant to be. There's something that is better. The universe will block you from certain things that you think you're supposed to have. Yeah, there is some, I feel like heavily it's your career. There's some, like maybe you got a job offer and then they come back, they take it back or something. It feels heavily like it's career focused. But, you know, once this kind of gets pulled out from underneath of you, there's going to be another opportunity that you're going to be able to harness the power of success. You're going to see a bigger vision in your life when it comes to this aspect of whatever gets taken from you that you thought you wanted. You're going to realize you don't really want it. It feels heavily like it's money related, so it could be your career. All right, Libra. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website's TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Libra. What is the current situation for those that have Libra placements? Libra, 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 Libra. What is Libra placements? Don't speculate. Something's coming up for you. I don't want you to make speculation. I want you to be flexible to hear your person out. You're going to make some speculations about your person, and you're going to make some assumptions, and they're not going to be correct. So I want you to allow this person to have the floor to speak the full truth without you making speculation or assumptions. If you fear failure in this connection, you're going to get failure. But if you allow this person to come towards you, take the action, take control, to be fully transparent and honest with you, you're going to realize you're going to receive it, and you're going to find a lot more emotional stability with your person. So there's something about you being able to honor your person and giving them the respect to speak first. If you go at your person over a situation that you're making assumptions on and you're speculating, it's going to cause a lot of problems. So what's your best piece of advice? Don't take a risk and speculate. If you do, it's going to be a bad choice in your favor. If you do, your person is going to go in protection mode, and they may decide to go on the defense, and they'll focus on themselves, and they will shut you out. But if you're sensitive to their needs and allow them the floor to speak first, full transparency, allow them to tell you what they want to tell you, you won't need to speculate. They're going to be able to assure you with confidence that they are honoring you and the relationship or connection the two of you have. Don't allow miscommunication to happen because you're speculating. Okay. Scorpio. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Those with Scorpio placement, what is your current situation, Scorpio? Scorpio. I'm hearing hold it all together. Ooh, okay. Hold it all together. You're going to get distracted from something that's coming towards you, something that you're going to feel like a victim of the circumstance over choices and decisions in the past. But hold it all together, because there is something that's going to get revealed after. So something you said or did in the past is going to come back to you, but you're going to be able to get some type of guidance. Hold it together before you make a decision about this. You're going to try to make a strategy or a plan to course correct something you're not certain is going to happen. So for example, let's say you said something bad about an ex, and now the ex wants to reconcile, but they didn't know you said something bad, but their best friend does, and they're going to tell them. Don't get distracted by what he, she, they, them could. Go directly to the source of your person and be honest. Be fully transparent. Commit to being fully honest that you were upset. You were on the defense. You felt they put you in competition or whatever. You were in protection mode, and that you need to apologize. You need to be sympathetic to what you've done. Take the ownership and let it go. Let your person know that, you know what, I've changed my perspective. I was upset when I said those things. I either meant them or didn't mean them. Maybe you did mean them at the time. Either way, don't obsess over it, and don't get distracted by being a victim of the circumstance. If you want to build something with this person, full transparency, realizing maybe you were disappointed that you said it. Be honest that you're disappointed you said it, but that's how you felt at the time. Doesn't justify it, but you don't want there to be any confusion, because this other person may tell your person. And be honest with your person and say, you know what? I am not going to be a victim of the circumstance. I was upset. I'm not going to get distracted by what I think other people are going to tell you. I'm going to tell you the truth of what it is. You're going to get some signs also that you need to tell this person clearly when it arrives. It's going to be a sign that says something like speak it now or say it now or speak loudly or something like that. You're going to see it like on a billboard, see it as an advertisement, see it on a book. You may have a dream that you see a vision of that. When you see that, that's going to be your triggering that you need to talk to your person and stop procrastinating. Sagittarius. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Sagittarius, what is your current situation? Those with Sagittarius in their chart, what is the current situation? Somebody that you have a family with or you have children with is wanting to reach out to you. This is somebody that you were maybe married to or you just have children with. This person is thinking long and hard about the future, and they're wondering if the two of you can progress this connection. So if you've never been in a relationship but you have children or a child with this person is wanting to explore the idea of the two of you coming together and being a family. Yeah, this person's been contemplating this for quite some time. They maybe have had a little bit of doubt if you will be open to this because they're a little bit critical of themselves, that they're good enough for you. However, because there is an inner child nostalgic energy this person feels with you or felt with you at one time, they're connecting that they want a family unit. They want your guys' child or children to have a family unit. So it looks like this person is coming towards you to hopefully have union. What's your advice? Be very clear that in all fairness, if you want to give to this connection, you have to allow to receive. You could be somebody who maybe hasn't been fully honest with yourself about this person. If you do have feelings and emotions, you could have twins with this person. Either way, this person wants to be a family with you. They want a family unit with the children. So they're coming towards you in the hopes that you have maybe thought about moving forward with them also. And your advice is, if you have thought about giving this a chance, be very clear and be honest with yourself and be honest with this person if that's what you want. Yeah, don't let there be any misunderstandings if that's what your intentions are, is to have a family unit also. Capricorn. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Capricorn, what is your current situation? Capricorn. Those with Capricorn placement, what's the current situation for them? Okay, so somebody that you're involved with, you think it is your twin flame. You're about to realize that this person is not your twin flame. This is a false twin flame situation where it's going to be bad news for you because you maybe really have been holding on to this connection, hoping that truthfully that this was your person, this was your happily ever after. Well, it looks like this person has been doing something is about to unexpectedly happen. You're going to find out this person has been maybe doing black magic, been doing spell work to get you to invest in making you think that you're twin flames, but you're not twin flames. This person's very selfish. They also betrayed you. They betrayed you into thinking they were somebody that they're not, and you're about to find out. And when you find out, you're going to feel a lot of burden, a lot of stress. You're going to feel that conflicted because you're going to feel almost like you want to be violent towards this person and exploit what they did to you, because they definitely have manipulated you for their own interest. But your best piece of advice is to develop the skill set of understanding that not everybody is authentic and genuine. That even though you're going to be really, really mad when you find out that this really is a false twin flame, that this person has been doing things to make you think that you guys are in alignment, but they're really not. They're really, why are they doing this? Why are they manipulating Capricorn? You dated somebody in your past that this person had a relationship with, and this person's heart got broke because you dated their person when they were with this person. Whether you know this or not, it's about to be exploited. This person went towards you to try to destroy you. They have created this false narrative to make you think that they're the one for you. They know everything about you because of this other person. Wow. This person feels like they're not going to stop until they exploit everything about you. This is a very vindictive person. Somebody who clearly has issues. They're lacking control. What's the advice for Capricorn to deal with this? Even though you might be sad when you find this out, and you might feel like kind of depressed and feel really negative and wanting maybe to even retaliate, don't allow this temporary struggle or situation to put you in a low vibration. Don't go down with the sinking ship. Just because somebody wants to sink the ship, jump into the water and swim. You don't have to sink with it. That's where free will comes in. You don't have to be in that lower vibration. And even though you're going to be upset of everything you become aware of very soon about the situation, don't allow yourself to go there. Be the bigger person. It's going to be a struggle, but you can do it for sure. Yeah, you can definitely move beyond this and transition away from it. Okay. Aquarius. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, Aquarius, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Those with Aquarius placements, what is the current situation, Aquarius? Somebody you're trying to have a beginning with, you are feeling like isn't really taking responsibility with coming towards you. You feel like you're chasing this person. You're trying to figure out what to do to create an opportunity of commitment with them, and it's just not working. Okay, the reason it's not working is this person is kind of procrastinating because realistically, they're not emotionally stable. They're not really happy within their life anyway, and they're not really confident that they want to be in a relationship. Truthfully, this person doesn't want to tell you that. You have been doing all the work. This person has just been absorbing it like a sponge. All the efforts you've been putting in, you've been hoping eventually it's going to get better, that they're going to start reciprocating. You know, you've been hoping that boomerang effect is going to come back full circle, and it's just not. And I think you have to be open with your perception. And if you were to write down on a piece of paper, like if you were to really just kind of look at a tally, like what I've done for this person or how I've approached the situation and the efforts I've put towards it versus what they've done, I think you'll realize there's an imbalance here, that you've put a lot more effort and they haven't. And the reason they haven't is because they're not really confident that they see something here. So even though your pride may take a little bit of a hit by walking away, you're struggling with it because you're thinking, well, I put so much in, you know, it's kind of like you plant the roots, you expect something to grow. It's not going to grow. So you have to be honest with yourself that, you know what, maybe you need to abandon this garden and go find another garden to plant roots in because this one's just not bearing any fruit. So you need to really make a change and realize that as much as you want this new beginning with this person, it's just not in alignment. Yeah, this person has a lack of passion and they're making you feel rejected by not putting in those efforts and not reciprocating the needs that you're putting in. Okay, Pisces. All right, Pisces, what is your current situation? If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, my website is TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Pisces, what is your current situation? I'm hearing holy camole. So you are single right now. You've been working a lot. You've just been working on your money, working on your independence, not focusing on love. Well, you're about to get surprised real fast because the universe is bringing somebody straight in your direction. You're single and independent right now. You're about to get a love offer. That's why I'm hearing holy cannoli. Maybe this person likes cannolis. Maybe you like cannoli, not cannolis, cannolis. Is it holy cannoli or holy camoli? Put it in the comments. Which one is it? You're going to meet this person when you decide to go out for drinks with coworkers or friends. It looks like you have a lack of confidence and lack of passion when it comes to dating, but the universe is saying, you know what? You've been focusing on yourself. You've been loving yourself. You're at a high vibration. You're ready for this in-depth connection. It's coming in real quick too. The next 1 to 2 months, if you go out, you're going to meet this person. This person, who is this person? This is somebody who could be an air sign. So Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They are somebody who's very smart, very intelligent, very logical. They also are somebody who may work in the medical field. They may work in like surgery or something. They could be either a surgeon or they work in surgery or have something to do with surgeries or something like that. So if you work in the medical field, you may meet them through coworkers. This person's going to communicate a lot. They like to talk a lot, so they're an effective communicator. They're also somebody who is in a position of power. So they could be a boss, they could be a father, they could be somebody who likes to head up. Maybe they're like a head coach of a team or something. It does look like they're going to create some opportunities to plan dates and to spend time with you. So if you're open and receptive with going out with friends or collaborating with coworkers, that's where you're going to meet this person. You could end up marrying this person. So there is a 10-year age difference between you and this person, Pisces.